So let's look at creating a video campaign or a display campaign in Google Ads. So the only main difference between a display campaign and a video campaign in terms of what the campaign actually is the asset type. So with display campaigns, you tend to have banners or billboards or different things like that. Whereas obviously with a video campaign, you've got video mainly shown on YouTube. But everything apart from the ad format, pretty much everything else is exactly the same between the two campaign types within Google Ads. So let's go ahead and create a new campaign. So we press our new campaign button here and then new campaign. Now we've got this section here which helps you decide what type of campaign you may want. So if it's sales, it's suggesting search display shopping. If it's leads, it's search display shopping video. Website traffic, search display shopping video. Brand consideration and awareness is display and video. Brand awareness, display and video. App promotion, universal app. So these just guide us into what kind of campaign we want to create. If we kind of just know the kind of campaign we want, we can click this one here and that pulls up the different campaign options here: search, display, shopping, video, universal app. Let's go ahead and create a video campaign. We're then presented with, do we want a standard campaign? Do we want this new ad sequence campaign, which is about driving deeper awareness and consideration by showing videos in a specific order? And that's the difference. So we're bringing AI into the equation here when we start using the ad sequence campaign. So we can build a story by showing a sequence of different ads to our desired audience. But let's just start with the standard video campaign. We're then presented with the standard things we need to do for any campaign within Google Ads. Firstly, to name the campaign. So let's call it something intuitive and let's include the word video so we can separate it from any search campaigns or indeed any display campaigns that are in the interface. So call the campaign something fairly straightforward like video, digital marketing awareness. Now when we see video in our campaign name, in our big campaign list within Google Ads, we will be able to very quickly identify this as a video campaign. We can then choose to do a daily budget or a campaign total, depending on what suits us. So we'll just put in a daily budget of €15. Start date and end date, fairly standard. Delivery method, standard or accelerated. Start and end date we can enter there if we want. Then delivery method, standard or accelerated. We'd always recommend for display or video choosing standard because you can really blow your budget by choosing an accelerated ad delivery. Always choose standard for display or video. We can then see what networks we're showing on. So we have YouTube, what languages, what country, how we're paying. So it's a cost per view and that's fine. Then this is important here. So we're going to look at content exclusions. This is a response to when videos were appearing beside sensitive content, sometimes political content from the either sides of the political spectrum, unsavory content. So we're able to choose what type of delivery we want. So we have our standard inventory, which is we can show ads on the content that's most appropriate for brands. Expanded inventory is you can show anywhere, including profanity and different sensitive areas. And then limited really restricts what you want to show on. So that's one way of looking at it. We can deep dive a little bit more and expand this one out. And this is important here. So we probably don't want to show on tragedy and conflict, sensitive and local issues, sexually aggressive. So we'll remove all of these alongside our standard inventory. And then are there any content labels we can go with as well? So we may not want to go with mature audiences. We may not want to go with videos that are embedded or videos that are live streaming because we can't control what is on the live stream, or indeed gaming content. So we can click all of those and that allows us just to have a little bit more control over the type of videos that our YouTube ads will show before, because remember, these are pre-roll videos. our ad shows, and then the video starts. Next up, we have to create our ad group. So our ad group is what we're targeting. Who are we targeting here? So we have a number of different options here before we name it. We can choose to target people based on their demographics, or we can target people based on what kind of audience group they are. So this is people targeting. The other way you can target is contextual or content targeting. This is where you target people based on the other type of targeting is contextual or content-based targeting. So this is where you can target keywords. So the keywords that the YouTube video has in their metadata, the keywords that YouTube users use to search on YouTube itself. Topics are, when you upload a video to YouTube, as we did in one of the previous demonstrations and screencasts, I was able to choose what type of video it was. This is the topic, this is the category that video falls into. So I can target groups of videos based on the category that person says that video is about. So it might be a home help or DIY or a music video or something. And then placements are around, it's more to do with display than YouTube. So placements are less likely to be used in video targeting, but in display targeting, you may want to pick a particular website. So this would be, say, theguardian.co.uk or the New York Times or Mashable or TechCrunch. So you can enter a specific placement into this here. And then with topics, we just choose from any of the topic. These are groups of either websites or indeed videos, depending on whether it's a video or display campaign, that we can choose to associate our ad with. But we maybe just actually want to target an audience. So let's look at some audience targeting. Now within audiences, we have a number of different options to us. We have who they are, what their interests are, if they're actively searching, or remarketing lists. So anyone who's been on our website before, we might want to show them a video. In-market audiences are people who Google reckons by their search history are on the cusp of making a purchase. So maybe we might want to be targeting people who are about to buy a car and show our car ad. So we might have motor vehicles because that is what they're interested in. Now we can expand this a little bit more. So we may want not the entire category, but we might want to just sell a particular brand, and we can look down. Are we a car dealership for any of these brands? If we are, we will show our Alfa Romeo video to people who are actively searching for Alfa Romeos. So we'll just copy this back up to the top where we have to name our ad group, and we'll just paste it in there, and it's an audience in market. So this tells us it's the in-market audience for Alfa Romeo. We're targeting people who are interested in buying a brand new Alfa Romeo. We then set what we are willing to pay for a view of that video of our car driving around the place to these really interested people. So we might want to spend 25 cents per view. And then we choose our video from our video list simply by pasting the video that we want to promote before any of our target content in here, and save and continue. And that is how you set up a video campaign on YouTube. If you want to do a display campaign, the steps are exactly the same, except when it comes to this stage, you use a different ad format. Everything else up until our bidding, which is cost per view, obviously it'll be cost per click or cost per media for a display campaign, and the type of ad format will just change, but everything else before that is exactly the same.